Hi, everybody. Everybody who's nobody, because this is a complete surprise. I just realized that I'll be leaving San Luis Obispo shortly, and I hadn't done a live stream outside. And so I thought I'd sit outside for a bit and enjoy, the sounds of traffic, but also the perfect temperature in the shade, which is apparently like between 77 and 73. The two weather apps don't agree, so it's pretty specific. I'll settle for that. And this change was made just recently, so I'm still sitting with it. I'm still going, I wish I'd done this and this and this, and I still want to do this and that and all these things. But, you know, we make our choices and time slides by as it will. And so I'll be heading back to Sacramento pretty soon, staying there for a few days, and then heading back to Portland and reversing my great journey. And I'm gonna miss like being in the garden and having apricots and peaches and apples right out on the tree, drying them on the mini dehydrators that I found in the basement. And I don't know, just like taking care of things outside and being outside in a place that I didn't feel exposed and watched. Yeah, so it's been really nice to be here. So I thought I'd sit in the garden, say hello to anybody, talk about summer plans. What happened that made the change was that I was going to go up and spend some time with my sister before heading back to Portland. And then she said she was going on a vacation the 3 days that I thought I was going to be there to spend time with her. So, oops. So I'll have to rejig things around a bit. But yeah, I got a couple more days here in San Luis. And maybe I'll go on another hike. Maybe I'll walk in through another neighborhood. We had a surprise sprinkle, like a day where it was like gray and foggy and humid, and then sprinkled for a couple hours. Like, oh my goodness. And yeah, a friend was telling me that we've only got half the amount of rain that we're supposed to by this time of the year. And so, traffic. So that was good that we had a day of a little sprinkle that sort of wetted the taste of the plants. But yeah, it's a different pace. It's a different environment. I don't know. So just got used to it, and now I'm going to be going back. What am I going back to? A helter-skelter type of life that is uncertain and just like here, more of the same. Change after change after change, and uncertainty layered on uncertainty. So trying to relax into it. Kind of like if you've ever had a massage and you know like something's going to hurt and it's going to keep hurting until you relax, because the problem is that you're tensing up and that's making it more painful than it needs to be. Just relax into the uncertainty. Doesn't that sound like easy advice? I made my 5th trip out to the thrift store, car full of stuff. This was mostly garden stuff, so vases and pots and overshoes and I don't know, containers, lots of Tupperware that we took out to the thrift store. And yeah, so this is, I think, my 4th engagement, my first essay attempt into cleaning up the San Luis Obispo house, and I think it went pretty well. I liked being here for 2 months at a time, so you know that old idea of summering somewhere that seems to be an East Coast thing, or like a rich people or upper class thing, like I read about and made fun of, and now I'm like, oh well, you know, maybe I want to do that. So yeah, this summer in San Luis, who knows. And then after Yellow Book Afloat, I'll be back here for winter, so I'll be wintering as the book Jeannie May, something May. Jeanette May. Anyway, wintering down here sounds good too. But what does that mean for friendships that aren't virtual? That's another thing that's sort of rolling around in my head. I went to a coffee date with my mom and one of her longtime friends yesterday, and it was nice to just revisit old memories and chat about shared experiences and, joke with each other. And I thought, how many long-term friends do I have like this? And what am I doing to keep up those relationships on my end? And, has everyone changed so that those are harder to maintain? Or is it just personal experience that's different from my mom's? I don't know. So if you have thoughts about that, let me know. What else about San Luis Obispo? I've bitten all my nails down again, so they're done. I don't know what that indicates. But yeah, I'm gonna miss being here, but the same is also true for Portland. I've missed Portland in the past few days, especially with the cold weather and the coffee shop I went to that reminded me of Portland. And yeah, so being between places where you sort of belong, but not completely. I don't know. Maybe that's something to dive into in my next book. Anyone want book updates? I'm here for those too. And the latest book update is that I need to do just a rewrite based on new information. And I'm hoping to do that once I sort of change scenery and start anew. So, yeah. It's the end of July, which means I think I'm going back to my Friday lives and 3 videos a week again instead of 2. But the first week of August may be a bit dicey because I'll be up in Sacramento and then traveling to Portland again. We'll see. We'll see what I could do. Maybe it'll be a premiere. But no, it's supposed to be a productivity sprint. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know which one's more valuable at this point. Oh, what does SLO stand for? Hey, Jeremy. SLO stands for San Luis Obispo, and that's the town I grew up in. And it's Spanish for a French bishop, if that makes sense. Saint Louis de Toulouse. St. Louis, the Bishop of Toulouse, and the full name is San Luis Obispo de Tolosa. It's the name of the mission. So yeah, I did an outdoor stream in Sacramento for the author panel. And so for this one, I was like, oh, I've been in SLO this whole time enjoying the garden and I haven't done an outdoor stream. So I wanted to do it before I leave in a couple days. So, and then I just got a little maudlin thinking about leaving yet another place that I love. Exactly. So yeah, I'm putting together my TBR for August. I'm looking at some summer-ish reads. And I'm also looking for Women in Translation, because that's an August thing. But like I said, the first week is going to be a little fast and loose. So we'll roll with it. Does anyone want a garden tour? I'm sitting here because it's close to the router outside the house. That's the dining room and the kitchen there above me. So I'm in a little corner of the garden, and you can definitely hear the traffic. I'm sitting on flagstones and what is that called? Wood chips. So it's not very comfortable. And I'm holding the laptop like a waiter holding a plate. So that's why it might be wobbling a little bit. But yeah, maybe I'll just twirl you around here. The end of the house. Those are 2 things that I think we should get rid of because my mom doesn't like them and she's the main gardener. Some of the trees and dinosaur trees and accoutrement. And then there's like the everlasting wood pile. If anyone ever needs wood to burn, I think our house is the place to come. The sound is great for being outside. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I never know on a live stream. I'm just rolling with it. So yeah, the wood pile and the trees and the flowers and the fruit that's all happening around. It's going to be hard to leave behind, but Bean the cat is coming with me, so that'll be a good comfort. He has liked eventually. He got around to liking this house too. Um, Apparently, he considers the upstairs his domain, and the dog is generally downstairs, and that's like her domain. So they've like worked it out. They've got like a timeshare or whatever that would be called, a custody schedule of the house. So yeah, he got used to it. He likes his certain spots. Bean's got a pillow spot in my brother's old room and the side of my dad's bed, and then when he slinks downstairs and he sort of looks around and yells at us for treats, he's gotten a little used to it. So that's good. I mean, it's just like bringing a kid on vacation. You want to expose them to many environments, right? So yeah, I don't know if cats respond like that, but that's fine. But yeah, so we'll both be heading back through the land of the terrible desert heat and back to the land of cool, foggy, mossy times. So, said nerds for life chat. Yeah, John. So yes, I proposed a StreamYard thing to walk through the tools, the what's it called, the bridge, if you will, if you're a Star Trek fan. And I didn't hear back on Twitter, and then I just got antsy and made my trip to the thrift store, came back, walking around, had lunch. So I thought I'd do this instead because I missed a video, if anyone noticed, on Tuesday or Wednesday. I just puzzled over it for like 3 or 4 days straight, and I thought, oh, I could do this, but it would be half-hearted. And y'all can tell when there's a half-hearted video going out. So what would be the point? I only want to bring the urge to share to the table. So I figured I'd wait until I felt like something, and that was today. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have a hankering for the outdoors. Where do you tend to go? I should find a place that is more readily available in Portland. I could go across to the big park across the street, but sometimes it's just a little bit busier than I would like. So yeah, I need a secret garden. I need a portal. I need a door. Oh, I can say I'm reading The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex Harrow, and it's so good. It's fantasy, and it's like right up my alley. It's like just adjacent to Laini Taylor and more, it's like Laini Taylor. I don't know if you can hear that, but this people go by with music blasting all the time. Laini Taylor and I don't know, someone steampunky, but anyway, right up my alley. So I'm enjoying listening to that while I'm in the car or painting, house painting. So yeah, I think I did pretty good for my first couple months of learning to help property manage too. So that's good to have under my belt. Talking to a plumber, talking to an electrician, doing the house painting myself, and problem solving. So that's good. So I'd consider the summer a success. The writing is behind, but like I said, that's going to be my next phase, is doing a big rewrite once I change scenery and have a clean slate, sort of. It's a clean slate because I won't be looking at the writing that I've already done. So we'll see. We'll see if that little mind trick works. Outdoor edition. Yay! Hey, JD. Yeah, Thursday. So I thought I'd totally switch it up and just spring a surprise chat on anybody passing through. So yeah, I've just been sort of chatting through my plans and my progress. Ooh, that's good. Plans and progress. Maybe that'll be a new thing. But yeah, 75 degrees, shade, no breeze. Well, a little breeze. This is like perfect for me. JD might be shivering over there. I don't know if he's still in the PR, but it looks significantly warmer over there. So I'm glad he's having a good time, and I'm having a good time over here. So 90s. Whew. Oof. Yeah, well, Sacramento's going to be like that too. So I'm only going to be there for a couple days, and they have a spa at that house, so I might slip into the little jacuzzi spa. But yeah, what is your outdoor escape, or do you need one? That's the sort of question I'm floating around to people. I did have a couple people in Portland offer, or around Portland, offer to have me visit their farm, their extensive backyard kind of thing, to work in the garden, to just have a place to go out. And I should probably have acted on that sooner. And now I can't remember who said it. There are a couple people, but surf and beach. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get pictures because I was afraid my phone would get wet and it would die a terrible death and I'd be out a phone. But I went to the beach a week and a half ago and dove into a wave, and it felt awesome. We went to the Morro Bay to go kayaking. We is my nephew and I and our friend Charlie. And Charlie's a big kayaker, does it all the time. So we had a good guide. And yeah, we hiked across, well, we kayaked across the little bay, the back bay, and then we walked across with like fast feet because the sand was so hot. Walked very fast across the dunes, which were partially roped off because the snowy plover is nesting there right now. And then we got to the ocean, and we ran out and dove in, got wet, like just laughed ourselves silly and played a little bumping volleyball. My nephew says it weird, so now I'm saying it weird. And we got up to 21 volleys before we missed it. So felt very accomplished. Hey, Joe's here too. Go Indy now. And John's saying there's a hiking trail near the house. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. Hikes and trails and neighborhood parks and stuff, outdoor escapes are good. And yes, Joe, I'm in SLO. I'm about to head back up north, and so I thought, oh, I didn't do an outdoor edition, and that's part of what I loved so much about being here. So, surprise live, let's do it outside. And I did the little like twirl of like the backyard. I mean, it looks better than it was when I got here. So, and the wood pile. It's not a woodshed, so there's nothing nasty there. If anyone gets that joke, let me know. But yeah, and that's the kitchen and the dining room. Looking up. Are you going back too fast? Fast. Oh, I missed the joke. I get the but I missed the joke. Yeah. So that is packed. I'm not sure what packed means. The yard? Fast. Oh. Okay. Fast, slow. Quick, slow. Yeah. Another time you're in between us. I am about an hour and a half north of SLO. Yes, the yard. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm going to pass right, well, not right by you, like 3 hours to the east of you, I guess, when I go north on the 5. But yeah, let's see. Okay. We're going to try to get up, like holding the computer like a waiter does. There we go. All right, so hopefully the signal from the Wi-Fi doesn't go out. But I was sitting in the shade because the shade is best. And I don't know if you could see it. It's all in the shade. But someone at this house is a hoarder of wood. I'll let you guess whom. Guess whom? Guess whom. But yeah, we used to have this like fountain. It doesn't really work anymore. Oh, where is it? There it is. And we've got all these umbrellas to save the plants from dying because they don't like the sun so much, so they get like burnt. But let's see, we've also got like raised beds that my mom worked really hard to put in. And used to have vegetables, but now they're basically like freewheeling, and they can handle anything. So the state of the yard. I have to go out and check, but I'm gonna go back to where I was sitting now, so it doesn't cut me off there. No, I can't reverse sit with this. Okay, there we go. Well, the Wi-Fi is getting dicey. Yeah, it doesn't say it's getting dicey, but I'm sure YouTube needs higher requirements than the little bars on my computer. So, yeah. So I went home again, and this is what I found, and that's how happy it made me. And so I guess I'm just gonna try finding more of that in my life and summering here and plugging in with the family more often because it felt very rewarding. So hope you guys have gotten to connect with family or the wild outdoors or whatever floats your boat, such as the beach, this summer. And you got 30 more days. I guess when does summer end? Summer doesn't end until September 21st, so you've got like 6 weeks, I guess, to smash that like button. No, to go out and connect and replenish and get that vitamin D and all that stuff. So I wish you the best on that, and safety in any travels. And I don't know. Keep up the good work, everybody. That's yeah. Just more meditations coming, so I'll save those for later. But thanks for joining and saying hello and telling me about what you're up to. It's great. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend, extended weekend.